But we were very close to the shore, 1,000 yards, because we were the prisoner of war ship. And because of the Japanese, I was the prisoner of war officer. So we took very few prisoners. But I did save the life of one of them. I really did.
Tell me about that.
It's the only person in my life where I've ever saved another person's life. And the way it happened was this. He came ashore, he came aboard, I think it was D+5, and his head had been split open. You could see the brains coming out, and it was pretty grim, pretty awful. And of course, my job was to take care of him first of all, and secondly, to interrogate him. Well, he was in a coma anyway, so there's no way you're going to interrogate him. And so I sought to get help from pharmacist mates. I started around noon, I think. And I couldn't get any of the pharmacist mates. Is he a Jap? No way. And finally, I found a pharmacist mate who was willing to take care of this guy, and he patched him up, and it took me till almost midnight on D+5 to find that person. But fortunately, I found him, and he took care of him. And so he eventually ended up in a prison camp. And I think prison camp was on Guam. I'm sure it was. And we were just checking the camp one day, and I was going through it, and the POWs were all at chow and lunch. And I recognized him, and I was so thrilled to see him. I said, "Oh, Saul!" I forget what I said to him. "It's how wonderful to see you," or something like that. And he just stood there, ramrod straight, didn't say a word, and he was absolutely right. I was way off base even to, do that sort of thing, because after all, I was his enemy.